Sir, yes, sir. What it do, gang? We live, we back. Welcome back, man. Y'all know me. It's your host, Chandler Blakely, aka Goose. This is the Golden Goose Show, man. Here today, bringing you another edition of my starting five for DraftKings and FanDuel, alright? But before we do that, you already know, man, we got the lineup reviews on DraftKings and FanDuel. Going over some of my lineups from yesterday's slate analysis and analyzing our plays and breakdowns and our thought process. So we're going to get into that for y'all. If you're new to the channel, man, you in the right spot. It's the best kept secret in DFS, the Golden Goose Show. Hit that subscribe button. Definitely turn your notification bells on so you know when the video is dropping. You can be here rocking with us every time, all right? Also, hit that like button for your boy, man. Little post B-Day likes. Go on and get them up. I appreciate all the B-Day love from y'all yesterday, man. Hopefully I liked and responded to everybody comment. Thank y'all so much for throwing some love my way, alright? It was a good night, man. Good night. DraftKings was okay night. But his overall birthday night was good. You know what I mean? Let's see. Got my $12 single entry lineup pulled up. Not necessarily my best lineup. I put up like 328 in the $4 20 max, but this is my single entry right here. If you caught the starting five yesterday, you know I went with Westbrook, Coro. I think I had Walker, Zion, and Nas Reed. But no, I had a Kogi. I'm sorry. But of course, if you played last night, you know close to 9 o'clock, we got the news that Westbrook was going to be out. So it sent me in a full on scramble mode. And to be honest with you, I was about drunk. It was my birthday. So it ain't nothing worse than trying to scramble and get your lines together when you about intoxicated. Went down to Dennis Schroeder. My lineup originally was Westbrook. I had Thomas Bryant and I had Melo. And I think this was Lonnie Walker. But we got the news Westbrook was out. I pivoted down to Schroeder, got up to De'Aaron Fox, and my salary left. All I could afford was Troy Brown Jr., so that's what we went to when the Westbrook news happened. Full lineup, Schroeder 37% on, man, gave us 40 DK points, very solid. I took a Koro, man. He made the starting five. I know y'all might have saw that and been like, man, what is that? But just trying to get a little different with my value play, as you knew where everybody was going for their value plays. They was going to the Lakers. They was getting some Nas Reed. That was everybody was doing. Going to the Lakers, getting some Nas Reed. But Thomas Bryant, Lonnie Walker, Schroeder, Westbrook before he got ruled out, everybody was going to the Lakers. So I was just trying to get different because I knew I was going to be chalky. I knew I loved Nas Reed. Like I said, this lineup originally had Bryant in it. I had loved Thomas Bryant. I knew I was going to be extremely chalky, though, so I was trying to get different. Got a Koro here, 3,400, 1% on. He's just a guy who does a little bit of everything. He had a solid night for us, gave us 22 fantasy points. Paulo Banchero, just my initial build with Westbrook and Thomas Bryant. He was just a salary play. The guy I had like 7,800 left, and he was a middling pay up option, and we felt comfortable getting to him, especially going against Atlanta. Nice game over here, game environment. You know what I'm saying? Over 200, 126 to 125. Great game environment. He just didn't quite give us the score we wanted. 38 fantasy points. All right, excuse me. Power forward Zion Williamson. I'm not even mad at it, man. J Val, man, he was on one last night. He was like 6 or 7 for threes in the first half, man. I'm surprised Zion gave me 40. J Val had it going, and CJ had it going, but it was just the defensive scheme. I watched some of the game. They was doing the same thing. The Suns, I think it was the Suns the night before. Just time he touched the ball, just blitzing him and getting the ball out of his hand. That's why you've seen his assists be up the past couple of games. He had 9 the last time out, 7 this one, because the teams are just blitzing him. Time he touches it on the block, or when he gets the ball in his hand, they double him immediately, forcing it out of his hand. And guys like J Val and CJ had it going last night. So you definitely got to pay attention to that going forward with Zion. If every team is going to play him like that can hurt his fantasy upside. But he still squeezed 40 out in this matchup, so He was okay, didn't destroy us. Nas Reed, everybody's chalk. I told y'all the night before when he hurt his shoulder, he was gonna put up a monster. He just kept it going, coming back right here and continued on with his game. 52 fans more. He's gonna be a solid player as long as Gobert is out and his price doesn't get too high. De'Aaron Fox, he made the video yesterday, man. Y'all know I was on him. He gave me everything we wanted, scoring 37 real life points. He just didn't give us any peripherals. Only 2 assists, 5 boards, no steal or nothing. I might have jinxed him with the swipe or no swiping, man. He didn't give us any peripherals. Definitely had the big night scoring like we thought he could, but just no peripherals here. Hurt his ceiling. 46 points, still solid at 17% on. Troy Brown Jr. just failed me. Fell for the trap. He was in the starting lineup. We know he's a capable NBA player from his days in Washington. He can churn you out a decent fantasy performance. Just gave us nothing right here with 9 DK points. And at the bottom, LaMelo Ball, another guy we knew was going to be a little chalky, but with no Rozier over there, we loved his improved offensive opportunities. So, gave you 50 fantasy points, a nice double-double from him with 12 assists. But there you have it, $299. I think the cash line over here in this single entry was 306, 307 maybe. Somewhere in that, somewhere. We just missed it just outside over there. Let's go look at our lineup for FanDuel. At the top, 341 and no money over here, man. FanDuel singers, they been building lately, man. It's tough over there on FanDuel. They putting lineups together. 340, I'm normally in the money in the single entry, but it's all right. We'll get to the breakdown, man. LaMelo Ball, of course, everybody's chalk over here, 8K, 45 fantasy points. He was solid. This was another play that I had Westbrook once again. Because once LeBron got... Fox was my man anyway, but once LeBron got ruled out, it instantly became Westbrook. But, like I said, once Westbrook got ruled out, I just went back to my default, went back to my man Fox, and he was solid, like I said, scoring-wise. Just didn't give us the peripherals. We got to some SGAs here as well here. Thought he'd come in a little lower on in this as he was a late addition to the lineup, but 53 fantasy points, very solid. Isaac Okoro once again got him at 3%. He was 3,800. That was just my value piece I was just on yesterday. Troy Brown 1% on, absolutely rags. Jaden McDaniels with no Kyle Anderson. I thought he could be in line for a solid performance. Not quite what he did last night. 21 fantasy points over here. Definitely expected a little more from him. Sabonis was my man. Held it down for me over here. 66% on, though. Gave you 68 fantasy points. Him and J-Val was the pieces last night, but nobody really had that bill, especially on DraftKings, because it was too many good value centers. Drew Eubanks, another value guy that was going to get playing time once Nurkic was out, gave us 27. And then Nas Reed, once again, 43% on, gave us 51. But J-Val was the play, man. You had to have some J-Val. I said J-Val and Sabonis will do it. 341, just missed the cash line. No, I didn't just miss it. I think the cash line was like 369 over here. Something crazy, man. It was a tough night on FanDuel. All right. But let's get to today's, man. Nice 5-game slate. We got it queued up for you. Let's talk about it. At the point guard, give me Jalen Brunson, 7,200, going against the Golden State Warriors. Now, Brunson's typically a guy that's not really on my radar too much, but a small slate here, man. He's been a very solid fantasy producer. Going against the Golden State Warriors, up-pace matchup for him. I like him, man. He does a little bit of everything. He's not going to kill you. He has a decent floor, very solid floor. You just hope he has that shot fall that he can get you some big scoring nights and get you to his 45, 50-point ceiling right here. But I like Jalen Brunson at 7,200 in his matchup against the Warriors. Now, coming in as shooting guard, I'm going to look at Klay Thompson, man. Hopefully, he's back in the starting lineup. He's questionable right now. You know how the slate go. You got to wait on injury news. This starting 5 could change completely by lock. But Klay Thompson, 6,600. Listen, him, Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole, and Dante DiVincenzo. As long as Steph Curry is out and their prices doesn't increase too much, I think you can play them, man. Any one of those guys can give you a big night on any night. Everybody's going to be asked to step up with no Klay. And all 3 of those guys are capable of, giving you solid performances. So, any night, those guys are in play. Jordan Poole, not so much because he's the higher price of the 2. He's normally last on that list. I'm normally going Clay or DiVincenzo before I get to him, but he's still in play, man. He can crush that 8,100 price tag, but it's gonna have to be scoring. You just gotta hope he's on one that night, having a great shooting night. But Klay Thompson right here, 6,600. He's gonna be actually do more, seeing big minutes, so I like him right here, 6,600. And you know he can get flaming hot, drop you 8, 9 threes. So give me Klay Thompson right here, 6,600. Small forward. Gonna look at DeMar DeRozan, 8,200. I know people are gonna say it's a tough matchup against the Heat. It's one of the lower totals on the game, but one of the lower totals on the slate. It doesn't matter, man. 8,200. DeRozan been playing well. The problem here is he has Levine and Vooch with him, and any night it can be any one of these three. I think DeRozan is the safer of the three because of his consistency. But it can easily be Levine. It can easily be Vooch. I have no problem with you playing any one of them. But I'm going to DeRozan here just for his consistency. And I'm not worried about no Heat defense. They played last time. I think he dropped 60 on the Heat. But that was with no Levine. But he doesn't have to get 60 tonight on this 5-game. 45, 50 from him right here would be very solid, 8,200. Coming in at power forward, I'm looking at Julius Randle. And I know it's a semi-difficult matchup against Draymond Green. He ain't the defender he used to be, but the Warriors just have problems down low, man. They should get absolutely destroyed on the glass between Randall and Mitchell Robinson. I'm hoping Randall do the bulk of the rebounding. You know, Robinson, he bound to get in foul trouble any time. So looking at a nice double here from Julius Randle at 9,100. Definitely have interest in a Golden State Warriors who has a depleted and weakish front court. So give me Julius Randle at 9,100. And then at the center spot, I like Jalen Duran, 4,800. Listen, the kid's going to walk in the gym with 10 boards. I'm telling you right now, he walks in the gym with 10 rebounds. The only thing with him is there's no scoring there. He's a rebounder defender, man. He has multiple steal games, multiple block games. He can do it for you in a plethora of ways. If he ever brings his offense, you're going to have a monster performance from this kid, I'm telling you. If he ever gets 16 real life points, he might drop 40, 50 fantasy points for you right here, man. I like Jalen Duran, especially if Olenek is out. I know Kessler's a bigger body, but I'm not worried about that. That should keep him closer to the rim and give him more rebound opportunities. Olenek playing may draw him out of the paint a little bit closer to the 3-point line. So hopefully Olenek is out, and we can get to play Jalen Duran here at 4,800. I don't mind that Walker Kessler getting the start. Listen, I'm expecting a double-double from him tonight. Give me 10 boards, 10 points, 12 boards, a block and a steal, man. Let's do it. Jalen Duran, 4,800 tonight. Let's go look at FanDuel and see what I'm feeling over there, all right? Over here on FanDuel, at the top, another injury play right here. But I like Jamal Murray over here, 7K. I like him on DraftKings as well if he plays. But this is a simple plug and play right here, guys. I know it's a late game, but it doesn't matter. Give me Jamal Murray. If he doesn't play, it's Bones Highland. And then hopefully I can upgrade at another spot. But hopefully we get the news before the 7 o'clock lock. But if we do not, I'll probably have Jamal Murray in, like I said, and just wait. If he's out, and just pivot to Bones Highland. Bones Highland is going to be a very solid pivot. And probably have low ownership too as well. So we're going to sit here and hopefully we get some Jamal Murray news before lock, all right? At the shooting guard, give me Dante DiVincenzo. I just told you. Poole, DiVincenzo, and Clay are in play every single night until their salaries get too astronomical. But give me Dante DiVincenzo. Very solid. Actually a solid rebounding guard too as well. So he has some rebounding upside, and he can score the ball as well. He can shoot. Not as good as Clay and Poole, but he definitely can shoot the tray ball. So give me Dante DiVincenzo at 6K over here. Small forward, staying with DeMar DeRozan. He's the thumbnail today, man. I'm just going to ride with him. Like I said, he's the more secure of the three, Vooch, and Levine, but any one of these guys can do it. So it makes it a little risky just because he has two other stars that can get it done, but he's been very solid performing, averaging 40 fantasy points this year. You know the type of upside, 50, 60 point upside like DeMar DeRozan, 8,400. All right? At the power forward and at my center, you see it. Power forward, Lauri Markkanen, 7,800. I like the slight discount from DraftKings over here, $200 saving going against Detroit. He hasn't had a big one, but if it's ever a team to have a big one against, it's against the Pistons. Now, the defense is lackluster over there. They give it up to a lot of different positions. Hopefully, Laurie Markin can find some of that 50-point upside he had in the beginning of the season right here in this spot going against the Detroit Pistons. And at the center, staying with my boy Jalen Duran, 5,800. Like I said, he should walk in the gym with 10 boys. I'm counting on some putbacks here and a few dunks inside, just because the Jazz are not very strong in that front court, man. Give me Jalen Duran, 5,800 right here. There you have it, your starting five for FanDuel: Jalen Duran, Laurie Markin, and DeMar DeRozan, Dante DiVincenzo, and Jamal Murray. Get you some exposure to these guys. Get them in your player pools. You know they're going to be in mine. That's going to do it for us here today, man. Y'all already know the motto. Chances make champions. Y'all green up, man. I'll catch y'all tomorrow, all right? Let's get it.